Oh baby, it's already that time. Hey, what's up everyone, it's me, Speed Super Sonic, bringing you guys another video. In this video today, we are back again to talk more about the future of Sonic the Hedgehog this year in 2023. And rather than just a simple discussion or speculation or my opinion on what the future lies ahead like our previous video from a few days ago, we actually have some concrete information to talk about, and then we can kind of discuss it from there. We've all been wondering about Sonic's 2023, which is why my last video was my last video. Even more than previous years, this is the most mysterious Sonic year we've had in a while. Last year, it was definitive we were gonna get a bunch of stuff, and sure enough, it was the best year in Sonic history. Even 2021, it was the 30th anniversary year, surely we were going to get something. And in 2020, we knew we were getting the Sonic movie, and then maybe there'll be some stuff after that. There wasn't, but you know, the pandemic and stuff. Point is, there's always really been something definitive to look forward to. And this year, there is some stuff like Sonic Prime Season 2, the Knuckles TV show potentially, but almost everything outside of Sonic Prime has such a question mark next to it. We don't really definitively know that the Knuckles show is coming. We don't know that a mobile game or this or that is coming. There's so many question marks around this year and whether we'll be able to continue the momentum of 2022, and Iizuka has finally given a little hint as to what's to come. Real quick before we get into that, this will only take a few seconds. The Sonic Funhouse channel that I've been plugging is almost at 1,000 subscribers. We're over 60% there, so if you guys can go subscribe, click the link in the description, that'd be much appreciated, but let's dive into this right now. Here is the quote from Takashi Iizuka. The past year was the biggest year in Sonic history, including the release of the movie sequel, new titles Sonic Origins and Sonic Frontiers, and the Netflix animation Sonic Prime. Fully agree with Iizuka, amazing year, just so blessed. We're preparing a second wave to keep the fans happy and maintain that momentum going in to 2023. We already announced additional content for Sonic Frontiers, this is very important, but there is a lot more outside of that, so please look forward to it. I know this quote has been out for a little bit, but we just really need to discuss this because I have a lot of insights on this that I really want to get out there. That is definitely the biggest part of the quote, not even the, oh, we're preparing a second wave, which is obviously exciting. It's the fact that he's like, oh yeah, we have Frontiers DLC too, but there's bigger stuff outside of that. That's big. Like I mentioned, the Sonic Frontiers DLC is very cool, but what I said in my previous video, I believe that Sonic needs a new game of some sorts in 2023. It doesn't have to be an all brand new release. I'll take a remaster, I'll take a port, but there needs to be some kind of new release to keep the fans engaged and happy. Will we really wait for 2024 to be another really big year for Sonic with the Sonic Movie 3 release? But when he says second wave, what could we really be expecting? This doesn't mean one singular thing or, oh, we have one more surprise for them in 2023 or something like that. No, he says we plan on continuing the momentum in 2023. Well, I think this boils down to a couple of things. When he says maintaining the momentum, I really think that means the continuation of things we received in 2022. Like one of the things I said is definitive about this year is we will be receiving more episodes of Sonic Prime. This is like the definition of continuing momentum with simply releasing more episodes. When we are going to receive these, we are not completely sure, but I'd expect it to be relatively soon. I'm not sure where these extra episodes stand in production currently, whether they're completely finished or if they're being worked on right now. We'll have to wait and see, but we have 16 more episodes to go, and I believe the show should run its 24 episode course by the end of the year. The use of continuing momentum also brings me back to the Knuckles show, where that is set inside of the Sonic movie universe. Paramount Plus is in desperate need of some programming to get people interested in the service, original programming, and this could definitely be that, so we'll see when the show comes out. I still really hope that they stick to their word of 2023, we'll see, but I think the use of that term momentum is big. Now, the structuring of this sentence makes me think this. We already announced additional content for Sonic Frontiers, and there's a lot more outside of that, so please look forward to it. It just screams games to me. He's clarifying that there is going to be more stuff beyond this DLC, and he's not even saying that, oh, there'll be more stuff alongside this DLC for Sonic Frontiers. I think he simply means there's going to be other stuff that will be announced at some point. When or how? That's the interesting question. South by Southwest, for a decent amount of time, I believe it was from 2016 to 2019, Sonic and Sega always did a panel for the franchise where they'd make a couple announcements, either big or small. It was very cool. It was like a definitive date of like, okay, we can get excited for a new Sonic thing to get announced or some Sonic updates. I think those days have officially passed. I don't believe that Sega or Sonic will participate in that event again. I think there are better ways for them to do so, and I think they found a way to do so. Sonic Central, just simply doing their own thing, I think is more cost efficient for them, not having to literally do an in-person event. They brought a bunch of people with them, like voice actors, you have to pay them. It is simply much more cost effective to to do an online Nintendo Direct-like thing. We've gone on this for 2 years now, one in 2021 and another in 2022. It's not confirmed that this will be an annual thing, but gosh, I hope it is. I think there's a very strong possibility that the next time we really hear a bunch of new Sonic news outside of leaks or maybe a small inside announcement on just like singular thing will be with the Sonic Central. My biggest thing is I really hope Sega has learned their lesson from the last Sonic Central. I don't think it was a complete bust or a complete mess, but it wasn't that great. Overall, I didn't really see a lot of excitement from the fan base after that. Of course, there was like, oh, this is cool, but it's really all stuff we already knew about, and the looks at it was so brief and so simple. Sometimes there would be maybe like 10-second clips of like what they're trying to show. No elaboration, nothing like that. It was really just moving along at a Sonic speed-like pace. 2021 handled it much better also because there were surprises there and there was some stuff to like really get excited about. Also because we did have a big Sonic news drought for a while. There's a lot more mystery around everything now, so there'll be more opportunity to show stuff off. I said in my last video, I expect a game this year, and this quote just further confirms it for me. There's only been 1 year in the past few years where we have not received a Sonic game in our hands, and that was 2020, for obvious reasons. Yes, I know other studios got games out that year. Sega's weird, okay? But there are really no excuses this time. Sonic is way bigger than he has ever been. You need to continue that momentum, and Iizuka literally understands that because he's talking about it in this quote. I'm excited to see what's coming because so many grounds are already covered. We have the movie series going on. We know we're getting a movie in 2024. TV is very covered now with 2 series. Would they dare announce a 3rd 2D animated one? I doubt it, but never count that out. Comics are going strong. Merchandise is merchandise. There's always going to be new Sonic merchandise like every week. The only question mark is games. So that's really what I think we need to be looking forward to. In terms of the percentage of possibility for some of these projects, I'd have a new game coming out this year at a solid 75%. Of course, it's not guaranteed because we really haven't heard that much, but a new game in some form, I'm talking a console release, I give a 75% chance, even if it's a port or remaster or whatever it might be. A new TV show, I'd give a 10% chance. There's always the possibility that Sega could greenlight another series, but there might be a deal in place with Netflix now and have other Sonic series, specifically animated ones, run alongside of it, so you never know. I don't think this year's gonna be a bad year for Sonic. I said last video, I don't think it will be a complete bust. I think it's gonna be an exciting year. There's just a lot more mystery around this year than the previous one, which is scary but also like kind of intriguing and interesting, I don't know. But rather than just speaking on like objectives or stuff like that, what would I like to see? I would really like to see, and this is gonna sound really dumb, maybe some people just like are gonna completely click off this video after I say it. We need a new game, and I would really like to see like a Sonic sports game. We've had racing, we've had like some other stuff like Superstars Tennis, but I like want like a Sonic sports game. The Mario sports games, and I know this is gonna like sacrilegious to all of us Sonic fans, I'm sorry. The Mario sports games, kind of fun. I'm not saying we just need like a Sonic baseball game or a soccer game or something like that, but remember there's this game called Mario Sports Mix, like where there was like a bunch of different sports that you could play? We could just do that with Sonic. There hasn't been like an actual Sonic sports game before, like proper Sonic sports game, so I think that'd be kind of fun. I know a lot of fans wouldn't be like down for that, but I think it'd be kind of cool. If not, I'd love to see them take another crack at TSR. I think we just need like a side title right now. Well, I don't think anybody disliked TSR. I think people were slightly underwhelmed by it, especially considering that the previous title by that studio was so much better. There's a lot of room for improvement, and I know that they can improve. We'll just have to wait and see if that series just even continues. They're still making a lot of TSR toys, like brand new ones are coming out like literally this year of new characters. We found out that there would be a new Sonic racing game because of toy leaks, so you never know. They're still making new toys of TSR cars and characters, so you never know what we could see. But I think the biggest thing that is on everyone's mind is a 2D Sonic game. A modern 2D game that has been long rumored, and I think we'll discuss this in a future video in the next coming days. This has been long rumored for a very, very long time, since 2021. So if or when we'll receive this, I'm not sure, but I think a lot of fans would be okay with this. Regardless of the studio who's making it, a new 2D game is exciting, but I think it also does bring up the question, what the heck happened to the Sonic Mania branch of the franchise? It just like completely combusted? But regardless, those are like 3 of the titles that I'd like to see. A 2D game, a racing game, or a sports game I think would be really fun. But yeah guys, that was really cool to hear from Iizuka that 2023 is going to be a year of building upon that momentum. But don't get your expectations up, this is going to be a year on par with 2022. That's going to be impossible because there isn't a Sonic movie releasing this year. And also like the next big mainline Sonic game as well. It can still be a very, very solid year comparable to a 2014 if 2014 was good. But yeah, guys, let me know what you think. What did you think about Iizuka's quote about saying that 2023 is going to be a year of new Sonic content, building momentum? How much stuff do you think we're going to get, or do you think this year is going to be slightly underwhelming and Iizuka's just kind of speaking out of his bum? Let me know in the comments section down below. I'd love to know what you guys have to say. Feel free to follow my social media links on my Twitter and Instagram in the description below. You can follow those points, look at my live picture content and all things Sonic the Hedgehog. But most importantly, if you're not subscribed, make sure you're subscribed. This is the #1 destination on YouTube for all things Sonic. Whether it's video games, TV shows, movies, comic books, merchandise, and more, we talk about it all. This year is going to be very exciting. I trust Iizuka when he says it's going to be a year of building upon momentum. Part of the reason I'm so excited for this year and I plan on being incredibly active this year is because of the mystery. It is exciting and it makes me excited to be a Sonic fan. So with that, guys, thank you for watching this video. I love all you so much, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.
Tell me